Welcome to video number 2, and this one will be focusing on the battle phase of Star Wars CCG. The main objective of Star Wars is to eliminate your opponent's life force. Life force being the force, used, and reserve deck. The two main ways of doing this are through force drains and through battles. To start off, we'll go through force drains. Force drains happen during the control phase of your turn. On the bottom of each location card there's a spot for force icons. They look like little lightsabers. Blue is for the light side and red is for the dark side. A force drain can occur if you have presence at a site and your opponent does not. Likewise, your opponent can force drain you if they have presence and you do not. In both of the previous examples, since the location only generates one force for your opponent, you can only force drain them for one. Using Kessel here as an example, if the rebels controlled, since the text says if you control force drain plus 1, the total force drain would be 3 at this location. Force drains do play a vital part of the game, but the majority of your damage will most likely be taken through battles. The battle phase can often be the most confusing, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty cool. The simplest form of battle you can have is just a power versus power battle. In this example, we have a stormtrooper armed with a blaster rifle and a lonely Ewok. Their power is 3 to 1, which is a difference of 2, so the light side would end up losing 2 force. In the previous battle, we didn't use any weapons. This time we will. When a battle is initiated, weapons will fire first, starting with the side that initiated the battle, and then the defending side has a chance to fire any weapons they may have. So my stormtrooper here is going to use the blaster rifle to target the Ewok. It requires 2 force, and when I draw destiny, if my destiny plus 1 is greater than the defense value, the Ewok's hit. So I go ahead and draw destiny, and I got a 3, which is greater than the Ewok's ability of 1, so it's hit. When a target's hit, they get turned sideways, but they still participate in battle, and they can still fire a weapon if they have one. After all the weapons have fired on both sides, it then goes back to a power difference. My power of 3 is greater than the power of 1, therefore the rebels would lose 2 force. Any cards that were hit have to go to the lost pile at the end of the battle. They can still, however, be forfeited towards any damage that has accrued against you. So the rebels here have to lose 2 force. They can forfeit their hit Ewok for 1, and then they can lose 1 more force from either their hand, force, used, or reserve deck. And now comes attrition. Think of it as how, yes, the Empire won the Battle of Hoth, however, how many AT-ATs and troops did they lose in the process? So here we are back at Endor. We have the 2 stormtroopers, one with a blaster rifle. We had Admiral Akbar and that damned Ewok. To make it easier on me, we're not going to fire any weapons here. It's just going to be a power battle. When the power is the same or a tie, nothing happens. No one loses any force. When you have an ability of 4 or more at a site, you get to draw something called Battle Destiny. Drawing Battle Destiny is drawing the top card off of your reserve deck, looking at the destiny number, and adding it to your total power. Also, that number you draw is how much forfeit your opponent has to lose from that site. So in this example here, both sides drew destiny because they each had an ability of 4 or more. The light side drew 3, and the dark side drew 5, for a total of 9 and 7, which is a difference of 2. So in this battle here, the rebels suffer an attrition of 5, which means they're going to have to lose something of 5 or more in that site. The Imperials are going to have to lose 3. So the elite stormtrooper is 3, and Admiral Akbar 7, so he's going to have to be sacrificed in the battle. Now when you forfeit a card due to attrition, you can also use that towards any battle damage. So the rebels won't have to take any battle damage from here, but they will have to lose Admiral Akbar. So after all said and done, we're back to our Stormtrooper Power 3 and our Lonely Ewok there of Power 1. Alright, that wraps up the battle. Thanks for watching, and if you know we're doing something wrong or you have any questions, comments, please feel free to comment in the bottom there, video response, what have you.